Hey guys, how are you? My name is Christian, and today we're gonna start up on a concept video. You're gonna start off by grabbing 2 or 4 or 6 wires of 22 gauge, 20 gauge, or 18 gauge. The thick wires are gonna be used for either your frame of your wire wrap, so it could be nice and like sturdy. Now what you're going to do is you're going to grab the wires, you're going to have them next to each other like so, right? It's going to be this long. Now, just like I did here and I already started, you're going to start coiling the wire from the middle, right? From the middle, you're going to use thin wires that you have. Any size is fine, whatever comes to your vision. You're going to coil the middle part. Coil it nice and, not too long, but just good enough for you to basically do this now. What you're going to do is you're going to do a bend of a U shape right where you did the coils. Now, when I do this, now I could have the necklace going right through there. So what you just did was the bail. From here, you're going to take your wires and you're going to separate them on the front and the back side. Now you basically created a cage. Created a cage, and now you have your bail up there already started. So this is kind of already a quick process. Now, what you want to do is just creativity on how you're going to basically set your stone. Now, I'm going to grab stone over here, and what I like to do to start setting the stones, because sometimes it could get a little bit tricky, is hopefully the camera could capture this, but you're going to grab a wire from the back. Let's say you got to choose your front or your back side, but I like to go for my back. And you're going to grab, well, depending on how many wires you're going to start playing with, you could grab 1 wire, you could grab 2 wires, but you're going to grab 1 wire and you're going to simply wrap the stone around like in a circle. Now, it's not going to stay completely just yet, but this is why you're going to have all the other wires to do so. So step 1 is just to simply do a circle like this. Move this wire out the way, just a circle like that, just to sit down the stone. Now, make sure the end of the wire, you use pliers for this, really. You want to just get the end and you want to coil it so it's pretty much locked. You got to lock all your end pieces always. Sometimes it could be a royal pain, but you got to do it. Now, I did the little circle, you see? I grabbed 1 wire, I did the circle, and then I locked it right over here. Now, what you're going to do is, it was just like this when I did the circle. Just going to take it, now you're going to bend it up like this. Do it like so. I have a little, camera can't really see it, it's a small little garnet. I'm going to sit it right on there. Right? So now we have a stone sitting. Now with this wire that you see over here, I'm going to do the same thing, but to the top part. Now I did the circle and I folded it, it's sitting at the bottom, right? I'm going to take this wire now and I'm going to go around from the very top part of the stone, not touching the middle, none of that. Now, when you go from this and you go to wrap the stone from the top, like I told you, and then you get to the back and you're going to say like, oh, where do I tie it now? It's fine if you tie it to the back part of your bail. You know what I mean? Like exactly where you started from. Just tie it to the back really. You see? So I have the circle that we first did on the bottom, and then on the top I just did the loop and I tied it to the back part. I have the wire over here, the extra wire just chilling so you guys can see. And now my stone is set. Now, you could always apply pressure, like pushing the wires down towards the stone, but don't do too much of that because you could also crack your stone, but just enough to like hold it down, see? You just grab from like the back, not the actual wires that are touching the stone, but the back where you coiled it, and just push it down. Same thing when you're doing these coils over here. just when you're constantly coiling around, make sure that you hold one end, coil, and like always push it down because they tend to like separate. So like you just want to keep pushing it down as you're coiling. You know, take your time. But look, we have the back part of the wires, like I told you, is now set in the stone, and now we have the front. Separate these wires again. So now we have the front. Right? Now with the front, honestly, all it is creativity. The whole point of this video is just to give you a concept on how I first started on just simply grabbing the wires when they're extended. 2 wires, like I said, I started off with 4 wires. You can do 2 wires. 4 wires is always best. The more wires, the better. Start off with 4 wires next to each other. Start coiling it from the middle so that that part you can bend into a U shape and create a bail where your necklace is going to go through, and then you have a cage of wires from the front and from the back. Choose one of the wires from the back or a few and just set your stone however you see it to your mind, and then use the rest of the wires just to get creative, really. Find yourself a flow. I'm not going to get into details now because my next video is going to be showing weaving, on how to do some weaves, basket weaves, coils, how to like connect more wires next to each other when you want to add more wires into your design. So for now, I'm just going to simply end this video here, and hopefully this video showed you guys a little something, and just get creative with whatever you can with all the other wires that you guys haven't touched yet. I'm going to be doing just a quick little flow. I ended up closing my 2 wires together, and I'm going to go from one side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go from under, and I'm going to go over, and I'm going to just simply attach it from the back. So it should look something like this. Here is the bail. I'm going to go from under. It's going to be like a teardrop design, really. Nothing too crazy. Just something simple. See, the front 2 wires, I just went down, came this way, and then I attached it to the very back part of the bail. I just coiled it around that, really. So it's just a simple wire wrap, just so you guys can see, really. Hopefully everybody understands. Pass me any feedback, any questions. If I need to specify more on my next video, this is only my first video I've ever really done, so like, comments are very welcome, feedback. Much love, guys. Thank you for the support.